That's what's up, man. 28 years for the Nubian show. Long time, long time. Saw Kenny in the Blues Brother movie. I was at home watching that. He was a firefighter in the Blues Brother movie. He was in the Chris Rock movie. They filmed that here at Yuck Yucks. So it's a lot of history. That's the godfather of Toronto comedy. That's true. See, I'm from Buffalo, New York, and a lot of comedians look up to me because I've been doing it for 10 years now, but I don't have TV credits like that. You know, I have like Cops and Judge Mathis. That's all I got. So I got to step my game up. But yeah, last time I came up here was before the pandemic. Kobe Bryant just died, and you know, we did the show, went back to Buffalo, and it was crazy. You know, I heard a gentleman talk about the shots. How many people did get the shots, the vaccines? No, I think, be honest. How many people got Pfizer? Clap it up. Yeah, you know you got stuff. How many people got Moderna? Okay. What about Johnson and Johnson? Johnson and Johnson? Yeah, y'all gonna die. Y'all gonna die. They couldn't even get baby powder right, so you know it's fucked up. And the girl told me, she's like, it's Black History Month, I gotta support black-owned businesses, so I'm gonna support Johnson and Johnson. I was like, shut the fuck up. It's not a black-owned business. Johnson and Johnson. But yeah, last time I came up, we had Trump in office on the American side. Now we have Joe Biden. And I don't even think Joe Biden knows he's in office. You know, he's up there. He's like 82 years old. He fell over on his bicycle. He's shaking imaginary people's hands, you know. And I've never seen somebody fall up the stairs walking on a plane, you know. He just salutes the troops, you know. It's like, oh shit. Buffalo has been through a past tough year. We had a blizzard, killed 40 people. People were trapped in their cars. We had an earthquake. I actually thought I had a tenant upstairs, you know, from my house, and I thought she fell off the bed. She's like, I didn't think I'm that big. I was like, yeah, 3.7 magnitude big. That's what it is. But the blizzard was bad, and it was bad for me because I had a kidney stone during the blizzard. Yeah, you know, not drinking enough water, drinking too much alcohol and shit. Because that's all I did was drink whiskey during that blizzard. So I woke up, I'm in pain, I hopped to the ground. You know, the ambulance couldn't even come out. I'm in pain, you know, and then my dog, I got a gay dog, he started coming and trying to lick on my ass and stuff. So I'm flicking him off, you know. Yeah, I got a gay dog. We'll talk about that later. I'm flicking his dog off my ass, you know. So I got in my Jeep. I can get through the snow, got in the Jeep, I'm riding down the street, and I see these people with big carts, 7 in the morning, walking down the street, you know, carts full of shit. And then I see one kid, he has a brick in his hand, he throws it through the window. I'm like, oh shit, they're looting, you know. Put a long story short, that was the best Christmas I had, you know. My godson got me an air fryer, a microwave, cooking utensils. I'm telling you, he got me everything. Weed is legal up in New York State now. I'm happy about that. I don't even smoke weed, you know what I mean? But I'm happy because we had some good summertime fests. We had, you know, a lot of concerts, a lot of events, but they all had weed at every single event. I mean, I went to church on Sunday, and it was an old lady selling 1,000 milligram edibles at the church. So what did I do? I robbed her. I was like, give me the gummy, bitch. Give me the gummies. I was high as hell off those edibles. Drove all the way to Toronto. Just started driving. This is my music. Drove all the way to Toronto. I was walking around downtown, and I didn't know how, like, Toronto could switch from uppity to hood like that. You know what I mean? Like that. You know, I was in the hood. They're like, where are you going, sir? I was like, when's Caravana? You know, they're like, that was a couple months ago. You missed it. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, it's crazy. I was in Iraq for a year. I served the country in Iraq in the U.S. military. Yeah. Stop acting like you care. That's the best pity pat I heard. It's like, yeah, good job. Good job. Yeah. I saw you on the side of my eyes, like, yeah. But no, it's crazy, you know, because we had roadside bombs, you know, people shooting at each other, getting shot at. A lot of shit happened, you know, and I would never recommend anybody to go to war. That's just something I wouldn't recommend, you know. Just fucking around, I was a cook, you know. But I made like the best shrimp fried rice, macaroni and cheese. And it's like when I did real good, you know what I'm talking about, you like macaroni and cheese? Yeah, I can't eat it. Yeah. I'm lactose, so it'll come right out. I had to use the bathroom upstairs before I even came on. I had to use the handicap bathroom so you have a lot of space, you know what I mean? You can't use the little short ones. Yeah. Too much information. But they gave me the Golden Spatula Award because we didn't have weapons, you know. We just had to take sausage patties on the spatula and just flip it at the enemy, you know. That's what we had to do. Besides that, 41 no kids. No kids. There's nothing wrong with having no kids. Yeah, I know you don't have kids up here, you know, because it's too expensive to have kids. I was in a hotel, the bartender said her rent was like $1,800 a month for a one-bedroom apartment. I said, shit, you need to move elsewhere. Fuck that. But kids are expensive, you know. I mess around with a lot of older women, you know. Yeah, you know, mess with the older women, you know, 65 and up, that's what I do. Yeah. Oh, what's funny about that? But, I mean, if you tune in 9 o'clock on the CBC channels that you have up here, I believe it's channel 2, you can see her commercial, the Stop Smoking commercial. Like, you ain't taking that out. Oh, Jesus. You know, I ain't up like this. That's her. It's called residual income. It comes in every month. She gets that check. And we survived off of it for a while. You know, some things I don't like is, you know, the sagging breasts, you know. Hey, gravity comes when you get older, you know what I mean? Things sag, you know, sagging titties. You know, they can't, we call them orangutan titties back home. They look like the orangutans in the Buffalo Zoo, you know. And when they're laying down, the breasts go to each side, so they kind of go in the underarm area, you know what I mean? So they're also known as deodorant titties, you know. So you go to lick the breast and it's tasting like secret deodorant, you know. Men in deodorant, and I licked it one time, it smelled like Old Spice, you know. I was like, what the fuck are you doing wearing Old Spice? She's like, shut up, young man, don't worry about that. Like, oh my God, put your machine back on. But I take her to dialysis, you know, I take her every Tuesday. Roll her oxygen tank up, you know, we have a good time. It's a great time. During sex, I make sure I cut the ceiling fan off because it kind of dries her out. She's like, cut the ceiling fan off. It's drying me out. Foreplay is like starting up an 88 Buick engine, just like, it's a lot of work you got to do with the older woman, you know. Younger women, they just want money, you know. Younger women just like, can I have $100? Can you cash out me $100? I got a bill to pay. Young woman came over to my house and she, you know, I'm used to my own house. I have Bath and Body Works candles. My stuff smells good. Everything is in place like I like it, you know. So she comes over and she farted in my bed. You think it's a minor thing, but if you have your piece and you're used to certain smells, I get up for work, walk out of my room, get dressed, come back in the room, and I smell a fart. You know, it was completely inappropriate. I was like, you got to get up and get out. You know what I mean? You cannot stay here. You got to get out. And they said the average human farts 16 times a day. You know what I mean? So when you get home, don't. You know, they said it's actually enough to fill up a small balloon. You know, 16 farts. And I know somebody's going to go home and try that experience. Don't hold a balloon up to your ass. It's just an interesting fact, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. I got one of those Oculus headsets. Anybody got the Oculus, the metaverse? Yeah, I got one of those headsets. It's a headset you put on and it's like 3D, you know what I mean? You can play all types of games. You can watch the sporting events on it. It's sweet, you know what I'm saying? 3D. But I got it for the pornos, you know what I mean? It was virtual porn, man. You know what I mean? I was in a mansion, and there was like a girl here and a girl there, and they were doing things, and you know, somebody was licking on my leg, and, you know, one girl was performing, give fellatio to make the term proper, and I looked down and I had a white penis in the metaverse. I was like, oh shit! And I'm trying to explain to the girls, like, this isn't me. This isn't me. And they still doing their thing, I'm like, Then I'm still getting licked on, you know what I mean? And I was like, this is too realistic. And I took off the thing and my gay dog is licking on my leg. I'm like, what? Too much action in the metaverse. I can't do this anymore. Too realistic. The metaverse. My dad, he is 78 years old. He retired. I'm blessed to have my father. And he drives Uber now. He drives Uber in Buffalo. But the thing about him, he only drives on certain times, He drives between 10 at night and 4 in the morning. So I asked him, like, Dad, why do you drive between them hours? You know what I mean? He's like, don't you worry about what the fuck I drive between them hours. Mind your own fucking business. So I'm like, Dad, just tell me, because, you know what I'm saying, you're only driving between those hours. He's like, you know I drive between them hours? I'm like, no, that's why I'm asking you. He said, because them hoes is out. Yeah, them hoes is out. I was like, where are you taking the hoes? He's like, what the fuck did I tell you? Don't ask me questions about where I'm going or what I'm doing. I said, Dad, where are you taking the hoes? He said, I'm taking them to their destination. And he points at his dick. Points at his dick. To their destination. Dad's a pervert. Then they had him on the Uber Eats program. He was eating everybody's food and shit. People got pubic hairs in their fries, thinking it's pepper. True story. Can't give him any access to public people. But yeah. My last relationship, my girl, she had kids, and that's the thing about the pandemic too. You found out how retarded some of these kids are, because you had to homeschool them, And the teachers and everybody, they told you that he was retarded, you know what I mean? They was like, he ain't like the other kids, but you ain't want to listen. So anyway, this kid is in high school. He a freshman in high school, and I'm at home trying to teach him algebra, you know what I mean? And he has an ambulance and a dinosaur, and he's like, destruction, yeah, Spider-Man. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? You are not going to college, man. You are not going to college. Fuck that. They turn out to be like mass shooters and shit. Then the other kid asked me to buy him a pair of Jordans. Air Jordans, $220 sneakers. And I don't have that money, you know what I'm saying? I went to the corner store, got him some $40 Jordans. It looks the same, you know what I mean? The only difference is, in the '85 dunk contest, the Air Jordan is a picture of Michael Jordan jumping from the foul line, like that, These Jordans that I got from the corner store, they're a little different, It was like a cheerleader with pom-poms, just like. So, I took him home, I gave him the gift. I'm like, here you go, little Willie, here you go, here's your Jordans. He opened it up, he's like, thank you so much. And he was like, oh, no. He said, Mr. Darnell, these are not the real Jordans. I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. These aren't the real Jordans. He's like, you are so cheap. These are not the real Jordans. And I looked at him, I was like, I'm not your real father. I'm not your real father. Give it up for your host, Kenny Robinson. Thank you guys.